Okay, bring the camera. Good, good. Move in. Closer. Yeah, yeah. Okay, focus on his face. Closer. Mr. Duncan, it's time to wake up.
I don't feel good.
Mr. Duncan?
I don't want to go. Oh, come on. Do you know what time it is? Oh, yeah, you're doing that day in the life of Michael Clark Duncan thingy, where you film what I've had to go through every day on the making of Planet of the Apes, right?
Coffee?
Oh, thank you, man. God, okay. I'm with you. Just give me a minute to see where we should start, okay? Okay, I guess I'm going to explain what's going on here. It's a little after, 4 a.m., and we're on our way to the Planet of the Apes set. Now, I have to leave every day early for 2 reasons. 1, to beat all that crazy LA traffic, and 2, because once I get there, I've still got over 3 hours of makeup. I know it's a long process, but it's all part of creating a whole new look for a whole new world. Now, trust me, whatever ideas you had in your head about Planet of the Apes, forget about them, because this planet is in a whole different solar system.
One day they'll tell a story, and some will say it was just a fairy tale about a human who came from the stars and changed our world.
Don't want it to be a sequel. It's not a remake. There's something about the material of Planet of the Apes which is very strong, and the idea of sort of reimagining this mythology and just coming at it from a different way and looking at it in a different way was very exciting to me. Mark Wahlberg is our pilot. It's basically set up on a space station, and there's a disturbance going on out there.
It's sucking up satellite relays, cell phone conversations, TV broadcasts.
We set out, it's lost.
Hold on, I got a visual.
Delta pod abort.
Mayday! Mayday!
I go out and end up on this planet. When I arrive on this planet, I find thousands and thousands of hostile apes.
Dade is the general of the army. He's the head of the military, and he finds the humans disgusting. They're to him monsters.
He's the villain of the piece, but he definitely represents the sort of the purity of the ape culture on a certain level.
This one looked at me.
It's disgusting the way we treat humans. It's our world, but turned upside down. It's ruled by apes, and the humans are treated as beasts, as savages, and slaves.
Rise when your master enters.
It's a reimagination of that basic idea. What if you walked into a world that was turned on its head, a world that was dominated by apes?
Get 'em out and get 'em clean!
Leo gets captured, and I meet Leo, and in fact save his life, and recognize in him, I think, a similarly sort of rebellious spirit to my own.
To see you on the street, they kill you on sight.
You stay here, you're already dead.
Leo is just such an anomaly to us. He looked the apes in the eye right away, and he is determined and proud and aggressive and strong, and we're in awe of him.
Who the hell are they?
They all want to see this human who defies the apes.
He's an example of what humans can become, which is a sophisticated society, which is something that we want to keep the lid on.
Get me the spaceman.
When I see these apes and these gorillas that are talking, I mean, it just doesn't seem real to me.
Is there a soul in there?
I don't try to change their world. I just want to get out of it. It's just, unfortunately, I don't really have a way. So in order for me to survive, I have to kind of fight their fight.
They told me there's no help coming.
You came.
There's an article in here talking about how we're getting ready to wrap up the film. And it goes on to mention some of the more recognizable cast members. Then suddenly it hit me. Most of us aren't recognizable at all, given the fact that so many of us are in ape makeup.
Mr. Duncan, we're here.
Thank you. I will tell you this, whether you recognize the name or the face, one thing comes through loud and clear. This cast is dedicated. We'd have to be to endure these type of hours.
Going again, right away.
We have a stunning cast. They're all professionals. They're all big stars and have a great body of work behind them. On the human side, we have Mark Wahlberg as Leo, Stella Warren as Dana, Chris Christopherson as Dana's father, Karubi. And on the ape side, we have Tim Roth, Helena Bonham Carter as Ari, Michael Clark Duncan, Paul Giamatti as Limbo, and Kerry Tagawa. We're very excited about all them.
Part of making this movie work is a certain seeing things through the eyes of your lead character. Mark Wahlberg is impressive to me in the movies that he's done, and he has a real gravity to him and a strength and a kind of a clarity that we feel goes really good set against this Planet of the Apes.
Where am I? What is this place?
I think you really want to feel like here's a human being that you can relate to, that sees the weirdness, sees all of the intensity, and is dealing with it.
How the hell did these monkeys get like this?
What other way would they be?
They'd be begging me for a treat right now.
Both Tim and I and the studio were determined to bring real actors, not just put bodies. We wanted their personalities to come through those masks.
Like to have a more of a clear-cut villain, I think will be interesting. I mean, to kind of really see that in an ape character will be interesting to me.
Tim Roth's a perfect villain. When he did things like Rob Roy in the Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, he's the bad guy, and he's so good at it.
Thade is a scary monster. He finds the humans disgusting. He is for wiping them out.
Kill them all.
Helena Bonham Carter is another ape. I just feel like she would bring a real strength and sensitivity.
She's great. She's really fun. And she's got a great sense of humor, too. I think that's a key thing when you have that makeup on.
You got Michael Clark. 300-pound gorilla grabs you and slams you on the ground and starts kicking you. That's getting beaten up.
Natar is second in command to Thade, and whatever orders he gives me, I carry them out with a strict vengeance.
Paul's gonna steal the show. He really is, because he comes up with one-liners out of nowhere that are so funny. His timing is impeccable.
How many times do I have to tell you, wear your gloves when you handle humans?
Stella Warren, who's a newcomer, but I suspect that we'll be hearing a lot about her. For the last 10 years, she's been on the Canadian synchronized swimming team. So she's in great physical shape, and she's very intelligent.
When I saw the cast, I'm like, oh man, he's in it, so-and-so's doing this. And it was like being a part of this great ensemble that not too many times you have part to be of.
All right, so this is where my day begins, surrounded by my talented makeup people, Karen here and Lance. The makeup takes hours every day, but it's this attention to detail that makes director Tim Burton so special and helps create the visual style that truly sets his films apart from all the rest.
It's not a remake. It's not a sequel. This is Tim's take on Planet of the Apes.
I couldn't think of a more perfect pairing than Planet of the Apes and Tim Burton. It just spells magic.
With a Tim being the filmmaker he is, he spins fairy tales, and every film of his has his stamp, and he is a sort of auteur, and that every frame is very much his.
Action!
Part of the interest of this is seeing ourselves, seeing people and how we treat each other, how we treat animals, the flip sides of things. So we wanted to see the humanity in ourselves, but from a different way.
I think it's fair to call this hostile territory.
I mean, obviously he brings the visual sense that he has to it, but a lot of the time those guys aren't necessarily great directors to work with as an actor, but he's great to work with as an actor. And one of the main things is just how much fun he's having. And he communicates that to you, and that's a really important thing, especially when you have a monkey mask on. It's nice that the guy is really right there with you.
It was the reason I did it. When they said Planet of the Apes, I was like, oh. And they said it's Tim Burton, I was just like, I want to do it, I want to work with Tim.
I met Tim for literally 5 minutes. I said, I'd do anything you want, and I left crossing my fingers, hoping that if he did want me to play the part, that I just wouldn't have to wear a loincloth. That was the only thing I was worried about. Never send a monkey to do a man's job.
Tim Burton has put his own spin on it, but Tim just has this weird way of shooting a picture that's really like a genius.
That was better. You should like that one. He doesn't say anything that means it's still not right. I don't hear him yet.
Great, Michael.
That was it.
Yeah,
Okay, y'all was wrong. That was it.
Yeah. At least I gotta say we got lots of good ones because he's too scary to say that any of them were bad.
Everybody on this company gets excited when Tim's around. When you see Tim's passion for the story, when you see how much he wants to make the movie and how to make the movie, it makes us excited.
It's like a good myth or fairy tale. We're trying to be respectful to the material and get the best out of it and just present it in another way.
Hey, it's me again, and as you can see, we haven't gotten very far yet, but it's okay. The other actors and I have been doing this for a very long time. In fact, before production began, we had to go back to school. Well, it wasn't the type of school you might think with books and pencils and rulers. This was ape school, and our teachers had an entirely different agenda in mind.
We put together Ape School. The purpose of it was to teach movement.
We really want to create kind of a new character to where it's incorporating primate and ape traits with human traits.
Our apes are going to move much more realistically, and we did have a school to train all of the actors in the movement.
Tim wants the movement to be realistic. So I went and played with chimps, watched apes in the zoo, and just pretended that they were humans in costume and said, okay, what little things are human that they do? And using all those things that are so similar as a base for the movement.
Ape training school was 3 days a week. Horseback riding was 3 days a week. We had to learn to walk like apes, get the mannerisms of apes. Anything you can think of, jump, come down the stairs, you have to do this sort of like an ape.
When we first started out, they were all walking like humans. So we had to roll their feet to the outside, so they're actually walking on the outside of their feet, almost bow-legged. Cowboys make great apes because they're bow-legged. It's difficult to teach them how to be an ape because they have to bend their knees out. It's very painful for their knees.
We worked with stuntmen, who were guys who kind of specialize in ape movement. We had to do a lot of stuff of learning a kind of basic walk and learning how to use your hands like an ape and pick things up and smell things and ape behavior, sort of grooming yourself.
It's depending on whether they're a chimp, gorillas, or orangutan. They all carry themselves differently, and each actor had to be taken through the learning process of adjusting to that creature.
But they were very specific about the type of ape that they wanted you to be. I mean, I'm an orangutan, so they have very specific ways of standing, and they hang from things a lot.
Well, the cool thing about Ape School is kind of like a big playground. Come up with as much, ape stuff as you can. The freedom to have that is what makes little special things, I think, happen in the film.
About halfway through production, this makeup routine really got tiring. It was starting to bring out the animal in me. But Tim Burton put it all in perspective. See, there's a lot of incredible action and stunts in this film, which means our stunt doubles not only have to go through this same makeup process, but then they have to go out there and get thrown off horses, tossed through the air, get shot at. And most of that happens on my character's orders.
We want to make the action quite intense and quite strong and show the strength and agility that apes can have, and that be the energy of it.
This is a picture that will see great action in terms of stunts, apes flying right at you, and wonderful action in terms of the battle sequences.
A lot of what we're doing on this picture is very experimental, and I think that will be extended into the action, into the motion. I don't think anyone's ever seen the kind of movement that we're putting into him.
The way a gorilla runs is a gorilla runs on all fours. So we had to come up with a way for these guys to charge into battle. When they get mad, they have to charge, and it has to be real high energy. So we were working on trying to develop some sort of a system, whereas we could sell the power and the speed of an ape, because they can travel much faster than a human can, yet make it look believable.
So we've come up with this concept of loping. We've trained some of our best athletes to do that.
Humans can only run so fast in quadruped. So Charlie has invented this treadmill. You're on this long conveyor belt and being pulled behind a truck, and you start off around 15 miles an hour, and then you start quadrupeding, and it looks like you're going 30, you know? So here we are passing horses, and you're just like, whoa! You feel like you're flying. And you know, when you're walking on a treadmill in the airport, and you know, you feel like, wow, you know, you step off and you're, you know, it's just like that, but even faster.
Hour 3. Let me tell you something. After sitting through this process every day, gives me almost all the motivation I need for my character.
Hey, what's up, Don? You ready? What's up, Mike?
What's up, Mark?
What's going on?
Coming to get a little makeup?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, man, I've been here. They picked me up at like 4 o'clock this morning.
Really?
Yeah, real early call.
I got home about 4:30.
And you just got here?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are you doing?
I just woke up about a half an hour ago.
That's it, and you're all in makeup already?
Yeah, it usually doesn't take this long. Donald, you okay?
Oh, man.
Come on, man. I gotta put some of this on, too.
What, you got the lip balm?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want your lips to get cracked now, do you?
Nah. Good. That's about it. All right, Mike, I'll see you out there.
Oh, yeah, dog.
I'm gonna go catch a nap.
All right, man. Yeah,
all right.
You do that, Mark.
Donald, hurry it up next time, will you? All right.
See, that's what I mean. Some of us had it easy on this movie. But for myself and others like me, I blame Rick Baker and his staff of magicians for all those early wake-up calls.
We wanted to keep it actor-driven, performance-based. So Rick Baker has devised these makeups which we feel give the actor a lot more movement.
As great as the first film was, I thought we could do better and not just have 300 apes that have exactly the same face, but have 300 apes that are all completely different. The first film, it was a milestone makeup movie. I thought we need to do it as a makeup movie. How do we do it?
Their personalities will come through, and it's not only their voice and their eyes, but their movement, so that you'll absolutely believe that we're dealing with a whole different species here.
All my emotions can be done in this mask. It contours to every part of my face, which I thought was brilliant, because if I smile, you can actually tell that I'm smiling through the mask. If I'm frowning like this, you can actually see a scowl up here. And that was brilliant on Rick Baker's part.
With mask acting, you have to project through the makeup, and that is an extraordinary challenge. You have to reinvent the expressions, so you kind of spend some time looking in the mirror and working on what your new piece of equipment is doing.
It's incredibly way more comfortable than you would think, actually. I mean, I don't find it that bad to wear, and I forget that I'm wearing it a lot.
I think the size of the makeup and wardrobe in this show is historic. I don't think there's a movie that has done a bigger job than this.
It's a major problem in terms of the number of bodies and the man-hours that it takes to do each individual ape. You need an individual makeup artist. It's not just like putting a little powder on. This thing takes 3 or 4 hours to put on.
I wake wake up at 2:30, and I get here about 3. Then you're there. They're long days.
I sit up for about the first hour because they have to put my hair up in a ball cap and then they cover my face in glue. Then they put my ears on and then they put my teeth in and then they put the main piece which comes down here. Then you put your chin on and then they paint me. Then they lay my facial hair on. They got strips here and then they put hair individually on and up here, which drives me bonkers straight on my skin. That is just an exercise. It's similar to Chinese water torture. And then they put my beauty makeup on, then my hair, eyebrows, then my wig. And it's about 4.5 hours. It's a jigsaw puzzle.
Worse than the applying of it is the taking of it off, which takes about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and that's 45 minutes too long because you can't just go, it's there to piece, but just take it off very gently. And that's toughest to take.
When I look at Rick Baker, I see Merlin the magician. I see the big pointed hat, and he has this long ponytail. It looks really kind of cool. And I see him creating all this. So Rick Baker is the magician. Tim Burton is the mad scientist. And they all just kind of conjure everything up, and it comes together as a beautiful thing.
The makeup was so effective that it actually became something quite magical.
It's every makeup artist's dream to do Planet of the Apes. It's kind of a childhood dream come true to be able to do this movie.
Yes, my armor. It's all the rage this season. And from the looks of things, it ought to be clear by now that what we have here is a whole new planet. From the costumes to the construction of Ape City, the design of this film is truly original.
The visual elements of this are so important to the character, and you come in on this world, you want to feel like it's a real world.
The apes live in what feels like a very ancient environment. It evokes a sense of what we would come to expect from apes anyway, forests and jungles and a primordial landscape. Something that gives a sense of a new and yet an old world at the same time.
We started in Lake Powell, involved us all taking boats off to the island. As we approached the island, then you could see Ape Camp, which were about 20 red, huge, sort of weird and wonderfully shaped tents. I remember having a sort of just sense of awe.
We're in the middle of California at a national treasure called Trona Pinnacles. It's a bizarre landscape. It's just odd, alien-looking, and it captured Tim's imagination.
For me, it's almost overwhelming. It's a unique location. It really does look otherworldly.
Trona, that's where we have a big battle scene. In fact, we'll be up there for 3 weeks. And they say it's very dusty, very cold up there, and that's just going to add to the element of the fight scene.
Form the divisions. Send in the first wave.
Well, we built Ape City over the course of about 4 months. At the high point, we had 100 people working on stage.
It's fantastic what they've done with the art department and everybody has done to get this constructed.
Yeah, I love Ape City. It's a huge set. It's quite bizarre. It's kind of been like in Las Vegas here, I feel, because you have no sense of time or day, and it's a complete fantasy.
It's basically built to the walls and to the ceiling on one of the largest stages in LA.
Colleen Atwood is doing our wardrobe costume design, and fantastic looks and colors and detail in the soldiers and the humans.
I have about 30 people working on the show that are sculptors, mold makers, painters, stitchers, craftspeople. I'll probably have to have a total of around 600 to 700 costumes.
I mean, I love Colleen Atwood, and I think she is a real genius. I have I think, kind of hip and trendy costume, which I love because a lot of it, everything's slightly off, all the angles are asymmetric. And you enter a world, the planet of the apes is this, the whole essence of it is our world but turned upside down. So I think she's included it in her design.
What I love most about what I do is realizing a vision of a world. I think that's the biggest challenge of a costume designer, to make the magic but still have the people be real.
The magnitude of this film, you're constantly being reminded of it because the sets are just astronomical. You just see that there's so much work involved, so many people involved.
Well, it's time for me to go to work now.
Mr. Duncan, wait, we're not finished.
Get your hands off me, you damn dirty human. Haven't I shown you enough? Do you want more? I'll give you more. But consider this a warning. Some humans have escaped.
We underestimate this human.
Okay, let's go explain evolution to the monkeys.
Bow your heads!
Yeah, me too. Okay, bye.